All right, let's jump right in. Welcome to this explainer, where we are going to completely flip the script on how you view human psychology. We're taking it away from being this dry, dusty, academic subject that's only for therapists, and we're turning it into what it really is, your ultimate survival manual for the modern world.
Take a quick second, right now, and really think about this. Is your mind truly in your control? Do you genuinely make every single one of your own choices? Or are your daily actions, your habits, even the things you buy, being subtly directed by invisible forces?
See, your mind is arguably the most powerful weapon on the planet. But, and this is a massive but, that's only true if you actually have the user manual to operate it. And here's the scary truth of the matter. Massive marketing corporations already have that manual. They are out there using psychological principles every single day to nudge and manipulate our decisions. That makes understanding psychology an absolute necessity for everyone, not just folks in a research lab. It's your defense system.
So here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the mind as a powerful weapon, move right into understanding yourself and your emotions, tackle the dark side of people, talk about escaping the world's cheap entertainment, unlock the secrets of the subconscious mind, and finally, give you the exact steps to start your own psychology journey. Let's get to it!
Starting off with Level 1. Understanding yourself.
This level is all about using psychology as a mirror to take a really honest look at our own thoughts, our emotions, and our deepest beliefs. And when you do hold up that mirror, things get incredibly relatable. I mean, think about it. Why is it that so many of us can be absolute lions in our own living rooms, loud, confident, totally ready to speak our minds? But the second we step onto a stage in front of a crowd, we completely freeze up. Total silence. It's not magic, guys, it's just psychology. When you start to understand the hidden behavioral triggers firing off inside your brain during those moments of panic, you stop being a victim to them. You learn the why behind your behavior, and eventually you get the power to grab the steering wheel and redirect that behavior into something positive.
And hey, this definitely isn't just some abstract textbook theory. Take Oprah Winfrey as a prime example. She faced an incredibly challenging childhood and battled severe depression. But by truly understanding and applying these exact principles of human psychology, she completely transformed her reality. Mastering your own psychological patterns literally hand you the power to change the entire trajectory of your life. It's huge.
Moving right along to Level 2, the internal battle of emotions.
Once you get a handle on understanding yourself, you have to actually step into the ring and fight the battle happening inside your head. You do that by building emotional intelligence. Because every single day, we are facing this brutal tug-of-war. Logic on one side, emotion on the other. When that alarm blares in the morning, logic says, get up, let's focus on health, let's put in the work. But emotion says, just hit snooze, you deserve to sleep in. Logic says, skip the street momos today and eat a salad. Emotion whispers, come on, just one bite won't hurt. Logic tells you to open your laptop and work, while emotion pulls you right into an endless 2-hour void of scrolling through social media reels. We've all been there, right?
So the takeaway here is that human beings are, at our core, highly emotional animals. Whatever you end up achieving in life depends almost entirely on how you manage those emotional pulls. And that is exactly what emotional intelligence is. It's the ability to spot your own emotional trigger points from a mile away and actively stop them from hijacking your logical long-term goals. If you want any kind of stillness, focus, or real success, mastering this emotional control isn't just a nice-to-have, it is absolutely non-negotiable.
Okay, Level 3, the dark side of people.
Now we have to put our external armor on, because no matter how much you master your own mind, you still have to deal with everyone else. And here's the reality check. Every single person you meet operates with a public persona. That's the polished, smiling face they put on for the world. But bubbling right underneath that surface is the dark side. This is the vault where people stash their deepest insecurities, their jealousies, and their negative emotions. If you walk around taking everyone strictly at face value, completely missing this hidden side, you are leaving yourself incredibly vulnerable to toxic behavior.
But here is where psychology becomes a superpower. When you study it, it's like putting on X-ray glasses. You learn to spot those hidden traits. Recognizing someone's insecurities and underlying motives gives you a massive tactical advantage. It gives you the power to safely navigate around toxic situations, protect your own mental energy, and seriously level up your communication and leadership. Because let's be real, you cannot be a great leader if you don't understand the complex, messy minds of the people you're trying to lead.
Which brings us to Level 4, the matrix of cheap entertainment.
We are zooming out to systemic challenges now. The source material hits us with a pretty heavy truth bomb.
It argues that the top 1% of the world actively does not want you to escape cheap entertainment. It suggests that the reality TV shows, the endless celebrity gossip, the infinite scroll of meaningless memes, they aren't just innocent things you choose to consume to unwind. They are designed as a deliberate trap to keep you distracted.
And that leads us straight into algorithmic manipulation. Think about this for a second. Massive tech companies are literally pouring billions with a B into hiring teams of brilliant psychologists. Why? To engineer social media apps specifically to exploit human behavior. They study exactly what spikes your dopamine, what makes you addicted, and they design these platforms so that you open the app to check one message and suddenly 2 hours have vanished into thin air. You aren't liking discipline. You're just being psychologically outgunned by absolute experts.
And that right there is exactly why psychology is your ultimate defense mechanism. The argument goes that those at the very top fear individuals who dig into deep concepts like philosophy, psychology, and money. Why? Because rational thinkers ask questions. They poke holes in things. They threaten the status quo. When you actually understand the psychological traps being laid out for you, you can simply step right over them. You take back your time, and more importantly, you take back your mind.
Now for the ultimate tier. Level 5. Secrets of the subconscious mind. We are in the deep end now. The human mind is profoundly mysterious, and to be honest, scientists are still struggling to decode its full potential. But psychology gives us a sneak peek into unlocking some deeply powerful concepts. We're talking about the incredible power of visualization to actually shape your reality, tapping into what's known as the sixth sense, and understanding the profound, hidden power of your dreams. Once you start learning how your subconscious really functions, you quickly realize you have an untamable force sitting right behind your eyes.
Which brings us to one of the most powerful and definitely most mysterious concepts of all, sex transmutation. I know, it sounds a little out there at first, but consider the heavy hitters on this list: Nikola Tesla, Mahatma Gandhi, Steve Jobs, Abraham Lincoln, Muhammad Ali, Swami Vivekananda. These towering historical figures all supposedly understood this secret. Sex transmutation isn't just a physical thing. It's about taking that incredibly potent, primal physical energy and mentally redirecting it. You channel it into an unstoppable, laser-focused drive for success and innovation. It is quite literally about converting raw physical power into absolute mental greatness.
All right, final stop. Starting your psychology journey. So we've covered the internal battles, the external threats, the algorithmic matrix, and the sheer raw power of your subconscious. To actually begin your own training, the source material gives us a phenomenal starter kit of 5 essential books. Number 1, The Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene, perfect for understanding the dark side of people. Number 2, Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman, which completely unpacks logic versus emotion. Number 3 is Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari. Number 4, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. And finally, number 5, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, which actually beautifully details that whole concept of energy transmutation we just talked about.
And that leaves us with one final, undeniable question. Now that you actually know the rules of the game, the choice is entirely yours. Are you going to pick up the manual, dive into these concepts, and finally take control of your own mind? Or will you close this explainer, go right back to scrolling, and let the algorithms and toxic people out there dictate the rest of your life? Will you control or be controlled?